Hey, one of the things I mentioned in the last video was the about the winds in these states, which is very normal. Um, Not the windiest places I've been, but it's constant. It seems like. And so while I was at my brother's, did something called a cheap handling fix. You'll find them in YouTube videos, and it shows how the rigs with the F53 chassis. There's a fix you can do, totally, no cost, and it's an adjustment to your sway bar underneath. It's not real complicated. It can be a pain depending on your rig itself, but it's really not that big a deal. And they make it out to be like, this is the fix to end all fixes and all of that. So, and I'll have to say, phooey on that one, but it is still definitely worth doing. I saw enough of an improvement in various areas to make it a worthwhile thing, especially since the cost is zero. It did improve the amount of suction and blow by and stuff that the tractor trailers do when they go by you. It helps a little bit with the crosswinds, not as much as I was led to believe. And it helps a little bit with cornering or turning when you just do a regular left or right turn. You won't get some of that, I don't know what you'd call it, some of that leaning and all that happens as you're making a turn. So that, there was improvements in all areas, but it's not the magic pill that you might be led to believe. And it could be it's just mine. That's the problem, but I don't think so. I'm happy with it, but still going to need to get that safety plus bar down the road. So, but anyway, I'm going to show what needs to be done, and real quick. I'm not going to get too far into the details because it's pretty simple. You see a picture and I tell you what's going on, and that's all you're going to need. It's not a hard process to do. But anyway, here it goes. Okay, here we are at the front end of the vehicle. Here's the bumper, and you see that black bar right here, and it's curved, and it runs across. You'll see it running across there all the way to the other side. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is taking this black piece right here, and it's going to be located here, and you're going to move it back to the one that mine's at now. There's just two holes there, so you got a 50-50 shot. And you come over here, and you're going to do the same thing on that one right there. It's in the center of the picture now, and that's it. You'll need a 15 millimeter socket and a 19 millimeter socket. So, and now I also recommend that back there, you can see it, yeah, there's a bushing that these things are mounted into, and there's one on each end. There's the other one right there. I would recommend loosening those, and I don't know about how yours will be, but they're probably going to be the same. It was a 15 millimeter and an 18 millimeter. So nobody mentions that in the other videos. They don't even say anything really about doing this part of it, but definitely loosen these up. It helped me quite a bit because it was almost impossible before that. They'll call it a 20-minute fix, and that's a bunch of hogwash, unless they had some 5-year-old that had tightened the bolts down previously. I'd actually had the Terminator do mine apparently. Anyway, let's go take a look at the rear end. Okay, so now we're in front of the rear tires, and if you'll notice, right there, the light's right on it, and you'll see those 2 bolts right there, and it's on that black bar, same thing. Okay, now the difference with this one is, you notice it looks different too. You've got 2 bolts there, looks like they're filled in, and what it is, it's a bracket, and you can see that right here. Let me get to it. You see that bracket in there, and that's what you got. You've got this kind of an L-shaped bracket, and all you're going to do is reverse it. You're just going to totally swap it, and that's it on that one. And like the other, make sure to loosen those bushings so you got some ample room. You can see the black bar up there, and this time it goes up and over. It's a different shape sway bar. But that's it. I mean, it's not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of sweat. So, but that's it. Okay, that's pretty much it for the cheap handling fix. And one thing I did forget to mention was that when you loosen the sway bar, don't make the same mistake I made. I didn't realize that one of them, it has shifted and it actually moved to one side about 1/4 of an inch, and it made life miserable until I caught it and straightened it back out. You know, just keep it centered, and you're able to tell that it moved because you're going to see a nice, clean, smooth surface, you know, that wasn't there before because it's slipped out from underneath the rubber, you know. But that's about it. It's not that big a deal, and it will help you some. You will notice a good difference, but don't plan on it being, you know, fixing everything ideally. You know, that's not going to be that way. It is a Ford after all. So that's it for now, and you guys all take care. See you on down the road. Hi, this is an addendum to the video you just watched, and we are in Edgewood, New Mexico, which is just maybe 20-25 miles east of Albuquerque. So we're boondocking at a Walmart. Anyway, the reason for this video is after that video was made yesterday and we were driving out this way, and you get into New Mexico and a lot of areas of the Southwest, and Texas included, and parts of it, you get a lot of barren areas out there and lots of high winds, steady winds anyway, quite a bit of it. They've even got warning of gusts on signs, you know, along some of the interstate. And so we had hit one of those areas early on, and of course I'm in the right lane, and because of the winds and everything, I'm doing about 60, you know. And all of a sudden, I find me and my rig and Kim and everything in it over in the left lane, and it took all of a second and a half for this to happen. It just slammed us in the side. I was almost over to the yellow line, and just trying everything I could to correct it back, and praying somebody wasn't on the side of us there, which it wasn't. There was a guy behind us that was getting ready to pass. He was coming up on us, and I'm sure it was quite a sight for him to behold. Anyway, we got back and got back over, and you know, changed our underwear and everything. We're good to go. But I mean, it's you know, as far as the sway thing, obviously that wasn't going to stop that, you know, but I still would have expected something. But I'm curious now to see what that safety bar would have done. Would it have done anything, you know, with that much force slamming you that fast? So I don't know, but you know, all you can do is do what you can, and just hope for the best after that. So anyway, be careful out there, especially with winds, if you're driving one of these big old box kites, you know. All right, everyone, take care.